This week, I want to give attention to something that means a lot to me, something that changed my life pretty much, and something so simple started a domino effect of things in my entire career as a content creator and as a VTuber. And that is Vroid models. Yes, the one model you're looking at right now, it's called a Vroid model. What is Vroid for some of you who are a bit unaware? Well, you already know what a VTuber is probably if you are in this channel. You know, it is someone who portrays himself as a character on the screen in any way or shape that they want to or wish to. It's also a really fun tool for content creations. Not all VTubers are united by one same community, but we all have something in common if we use a VTuber model. And it is the fact that we are using an avatar to manifest ourselves or represent ourselves in many different ways, and the imagination can go on from a long ways from there. Well, Vroid has changed a lot for me. At first I thought of doing something silly with this video, just talking about my experience with Vroid, and while I will get into that, I also want to just share from the bottom of my heart what these models mean a lot to me, because some of you may know that if you don't know this, I started my VTuber journey with my first 2D model. It was a 2D model that was a half model with a red hair VTuber, and from there on I started discovering the magic of Vroid. I actually did use Vroid before, but I never used it for streaming, at least not properly. And then I deep dive a little further when I started seeing some other VTubers that inspire me along the way. I can name a few of them because a lot of them are really small indie creators. So big shout outs to a lot of them. I'm talking about Kira, talking about Meg Mello. I'm talking about so many people that have used Vroid models along the way. And a lot of them used them in extremely different ways. And they taught me so much of the meaning and value of the fun that you can have with a model, a customizable model of your very own. Yes, while most VTubers tend to have a model that they represent themselves for a long time, you probably may have seen an example like, let's say like Hololive, they have a base model, and from there on, from that live 2D model, they sometimes go to 3D. When I started this VTuber journey, I didn't just want it to be one kind of VTuber, you know, in general. I wanted to be many different ones because I thought it would be really fun. When I play games like Smash Bros or any fighting games, I like choosing many characters depending on my mood. So that's how I wanted it to be at first, but I was widely advised that it's not a good idea for your branding or representations, because some people may not know who you are if you're changing like the actor all the time. Because sometimes when it comes to VTubing, a lot of people may think that, you know, the avatar like makes the majority of it. I don't think that's exactly true, but I can see the validity in an advice like that. I feel like there's a beauty in like having so many different like forms and outfits. I feel like someone even more inspiring taught me about this, which is Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse is one of the most popular VTubers of all time, and look at her. She has such a large variety of models. It's not just her evolving. She can just swap between outfits, transformations. She can be a cyber demonic entity. She can be a gothic Lolita. She can be a scrunkly model. Like lots of VTubers through time also get one of those, which is like it's like a lesser quality version of yourself. Speaking of quality, I should showcase my live 2D model for those of you who may have not seen it. But you know, it is in fact like the main face of this channel, and it is right here. So look at this. This model is beautiful. This model means the world to me. And quite frankly, it is extremely costly, and it is far more superior than the ones that I make with Vroid. So why do I still insist on using the ones that I make by myself? You know, a more talented artist make this, a Japanese artist with an amazing also designer and a rigging, and you know, it means it has so much to it. It's the face of my branding. It's all over everything that I make has this face exactly. But you know, why do I choose to use the free model that I make myself with free assets most of the time And instead of opting to use the almost 1,000 something dollars model that is like wildly, more advanced, well, it's the fun factor. I feel like I squeezed the heck out of this model back there. I used it way too much, and I can always like rebrand onto something else, even though that may cost some other another pretty penny, or just keep customizing on top of this one, and that can also be a little bit more, more cheaper on the side. But I feel like Vroid, there's a beauty to it. Aside the fact that it's an easy, program that even someone like me can use it, someone as inexperienced as me, I'm still learning a lot of things about it every single month. And it's become one of my favorite hobbies and passion to just deep dive into there. And it is the exact reason why I made so many models like this for a ton of people for not even a cost, not even a dime. I'm talking not just 10s, 20s, but almost like 100 people out there have Vroid models made from me, and I have not charged a single penny from them. At least not for the most. If it's an asset that needs to be like purchased or something like that, I'm always transparent about it. Or if I have access to it, I'll see if the requirements behind it. That's just me being transparent about the usage of that stuff. But I just like using Vroid models a lot, and I love sharing that love with other people that want to, have fun with that too. And honestly, I'm just happy that those who have received one have been extremely grateful towards them. Even if they don't use them at all, like most people have not used them too much, but it doesn't matter. It's the way I see it initially. It's like, hey, I made a fan art for you. That's literally it. If they use the model or not, if they want to use it for like streaming purposes, that's up to them. And in most cases, I just do it as a form of fan art. It's the same way that lots of people for me have made koikatsu model, even though those have very specific usage. If you know, you know. Well, I have other people make some models like that for me, and honestly, I adore it. I adore the fact that you can so easily like change some of these assets on the spot. Sometimes the work of a light 3D model is the work of multiple people. So if I want to do like changes from time to time, either I have to learn about it myself or just keep contacting those folks over and over. And who knows how that's gonna go. And I just decided to put all my skill points into Vroids, and it has meant a lot to me. And let's not forget where this all started. I mentioned that I started with my red hair VTuber before, which is a character. Let's just say that all my models have different code names. While we are all Saint Cisco, like you all may know that the blue hair one is called Cyber Sane. It's my cyber transformation with cyber equipment. It's like the lore. I don't really go too deep into my lore. I just want to be silly and have fun with cool character that looks straight up from the gacha game and looks amazing. But there are other variety of characters that I have developed. And one of the ones that really inspired my start of my Vroid usage was a VTuber or a character called Hex Sane. Yes, this week I will be honoring Hex Sane with something incredible. I'm an absolute like tears and humbled by some people's amazing gestures, and the incredible Octokami, also known as Tentacles, they have made for me a Hex Sane live 2D model, which I was able to rig using the artist called Vichy, which is the same artist who rigged the model of Cyber Sane. And now I have that model, and I've been testing it out for over a week, making sure that all the assets are all put together, and it came out beautifully. You will be able to see that model this Thursday, and that is on the 16th of October 2025 of this year. I really cannot believe it. It means the whole world to me that the fact that a character that started with like the essence of Vroid and with no unique, a look of themselves finally has a design of their own. And I'll be able to showcase everything about that on Thursday. I will also be doing a special presentation like showing the history of Hex Sane and lots of clips and special moments with hexing involved and all the art that I have received of that specific character over the years. Because hexing, it's something special to me in my heart. I met many people through a character like that. That is the beauty of a hobby. That is the beauty of VTubing. Hey, but with that said though, thank you so much for watching this video and listening to me ramble about why I love Vroid models and what they mean to me. I can go on and on about all the amazing individuals that I met and just socialize with regarding this hobby. It happens with a lot of hobbies. That's always been my passion as a VTuber. I will leave it at that, and I hope you have a stellar night. This has been Cybersane, signing out. For my own stream, I did 6 hours. There you go. There's my fingers. Can you see them? 6 freaking hours of streaming. That is a new record for me. For some people that may be like, what the fuck? That's not that difficult. I see streamers doing that all the time. Big streamers like XQC, they can do 48 hours with nothing. Let me tell you, I am not XQC. First of all. I actually make sense when I'm talking.